Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Hobbits, today joined by...
Just Michael.
Yes.
Okay, that's me.
Oh, that is
That's me.
We're drinking some triple IPA.
Yep.
Yes, we got some more beer today that is coming here on the channel courtesy of Steve. Steve was so amazing and sent a huge package with awesome, fairly fresh and hyped Cali hops. Well, there was some sours and whatnot too, but mainly hoppy beers. And the reason why is because he saw me review 8-bit beers, and it's his local brewery, and he thought I should get to try them really fresh because some of the stuff that Beer Jam got was not the freshest. So he was like, well, here you go. And then he sends this, which is one of their most highest rated IPAs they've ever done. So that's awesome. Thanks, bro. Along with other things. But this brewery is pretty cool. They're in Murrieta, California, and they do loads of different types of beers.
Do we have a story?
Everything is video game references. Video games or movies.
The Midnight Specter. I can see it's a guy with a flaming head in
I think
his
it was
hand.
made for Halloween, so it's probably a reference to some kind of Sleepy Hollow movie or something like that. You know, the Sleepy Hollow movie with the headless rider.
Yeah.
So I think it's a reference to that. Like all their beers are reference to either video games or movies in pop culture. But this is a hazy triple IPA on 10.1% featuring Citra, Nelson, and Galaxy. And Nelson, oh yeah. Hashtag Nelson Boners. We love us some Nelson. So. Yeah, I mean, I love Nelson. It is hashtag Nelson Boner. It's a good hop combo.
The guy from The Simpsons?
Yeah. And this is pretty much a month old right now.
Yeah.
A little more, but 4 weeks-ish.
So as you like your monkish?
Yes. So I think this will be... In general, IPAs, 4 weeks seems to be the sweet spot with the crazy haze. But yeah.
This looks so thin.
It looks thick.
It looks so thick and juicy.
It's like really bright orange.
Yeah. It looks like orange juice with a little bit of mango or something in it.
Yeah. It's super nice looking. And
it looks really...
You've got a nice head for it.
It looks so thick. It looks really, really thick.
It does. It smells so good from here. Yeah, let's check out the aroma. Oh, man. Oh, wow. So I always talk about too much overripe, sweet, juicy things. This is... It strikes the perfect balance between bright, singy, dank, but also lots of overripe juiciness.
I totally agree. This is so... It smells not too much.
Fuck, that smells good.
Yeah, it does.
There's
really does.
so much like bright.
It reminds me of some of the first verdant, hype verdant beers.
Yeah, I see that. It has a really cool yeast character too. I'm almost getting like
putty or something.
Yeah, like really like candy, like stone fruit.
Yeah. I agree.
Like Starburst Skittlesy, like candied stone fruit. But there's so much bright Nelson too, and gasoline dank Nelson, and like that white grape gooseberry, but also a huge hit of that overripe melon from Galaxy.
I totally agree. It really sends me back to some of these, the first I got from these English hype beers.
For sure. And I think, it's nice there is some brightness and dankness, because otherwise I think this would be a little too much just crazy juice for me, but that just lifts it a little bit, which is really nice. It smells fucking great.
It does.
Man, I mean, this, just by the aroma alone, smells like it's going to be world-class triple IPA. So, let's hope so on the flavor. Cheers. Thanks a ton, Steve.
Mouthfeel. Spot on. Oh, man.
Fuck yeah.
That dankness.
Dude!
Oh, yeah.
That is how you do a triple IPA. It's dry.
It's
not boozy.
Yeah.
It's not too sweet. And there's dankness to lift up all of that crazy juice saturation. Fuck, that is good.
Yeah, that is good.
So this is now the best midnight or 8-bit beer I've had. For sure. Wow. So much Nelson on the flavor. I think the aroma...
So vanilla-like.
Almost, yeah. I think the aroma indicated more overripe juiciness, but the flavor is more towards all these kind of bright, dank, cushy flavors, which is really nice.
Wow, that's good. Mm-hmm. The sweetness is just put in between.
Yeah, it's there for a split sec to give you that like juicy, overripe, stone fruit candy thing, and then it fades and leaves room for like super bright Nelson.
Yeah, bright, dank Nelson vibes. Yeah. I totally agree. This is so well done.
And I with like
and
initially,
the mouthfeel is just so
perfect.
Pillowy.
It's super pillowy.
Yeah.
The first hit of hop character as well is like Galaxy. With that juiciness, there's that like really overripe melon thing. And I think there is a touch of like spicy earthiness, but it's super light. It just seems like a perfect layering in terms of flavor, which I think is from Galaxy too. Citra might be playing in with some of the stone fruit vibes and whatnot, but Citra, as I've said in previous videos, it's not always just overripe sweet citrus. It can be so many. It can also be dank now. It's also bright pineapple. It's so many things. That being said, there is definitely also some sweet citrus in this, but the finishing flavor that lingers on your palate is just like all Nelson Bonners.
I totally agree.
I fucking love that. There's so much of that really nice...
A bit of esters too.
A bit of esters too, yeah, but there's so much of that like bright gooseberry. And yes, Joe, gooseberries exist. We have them here in Scandinavia.
All the goose fly with them?
Yeah. Well, it's goose... It's actually goose eggs.
They exist.
It's goose eggs.
It's goose
That's the
eggs.
flavor.
Yeah.
Or goose dingleberries.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait, no.
I'm drinking this beer. I just get summer vibes. I just get the craving for barbecue and just look out the window and see 25 degrees. Yeah. This is just a summer in a glass.
Fuck, man. This is so good. If I had to compare it to a brewery in terms of the style, I think, as you say, some of the really heavy-hitting, great verdant beers is
or Cloudwater. Some of the first.
If we're talking European brewers, if we're talking American, it reminds me something like some of the green cheek beers I've had. I think also to some extent.
Some of the Trilliums.
I think Trillium has gotten a bit too more.
Yeah, but
biting on
back
the hop
in the day, it's been a while since.
It's definitely it's got some West Coast hop profile flair, but there is that East Coast heavy yeast focus too. So I think it's a bit of a mix. Because I do see some of that bright, dank, cushy, monkish hoppy beer vibe. But there's even like throwback to something like, say, Treehouse and stuff like that, because there is a pretty huge yeast profile on it too. Or even Slice for that matter, because Slice has that kind of yeast profile too often, that like almost candy like yeast profile.
Dank.
Yeah, but like candy, think like apricot candies.
Yeah.
But the dankness on it is amazing. That's one of the things I love in IPAs, getting that like really nice fruity dank vibe. Like,
but the main big thing is that it's not too sweet. It's just
not too sweet, not too boozy,
and dry.
Yeah, and that's like the triple IPA I had from Green Cheek was nice, but it was too sweet and too boozy. This strikes that balance between sweetness, dryness, alcohol, and also bitterness for that matter, because there is a hint of a bitter touch to it, which is really nice. It dries out nicely. Yeah. But again, like, fucking, if people can just start doing IPAs that are, like, people are doing it now. I'm just bitching about it all the time. But a lot of people are now also opening their eyes for making, hazy IPAs that are to the drier side, like this, with some sweetness, because I feel like still, the majority of haze you try is this like really overripe in Europe, like really overripe, really sweet, yeast focused, and it's really been fun to see because we had a drop of monkish in Europe online on Dreckbier, and it's been really fun to see people who've not tried this type of hazy beer before's take on it, because a lot of people are like, whoa, this is so hop focused and this is so not sweet, because they're used to this super saturated, overly sweet estery beer that a lot of
why is all that sweet? It's sweet sour beers, it's sweet pastry beers, it's sweet IPAs. Why is everything so sugary?
Because sweetness is easier. Sweetness is easy for the palate. Almost all palates like sweet.
Yeah.
Like drinking bitter, dry, like pithy beers and like heavily roasted beers and stuff like that is something you really have to get an acquired taste for. Yeah. This is, like a really fruity sweet beer is so much more easy to get into from the get-go than getting into these other beer types. I think that's a big part of it, and that's why a lot of people want that, because there's a whole new audience of people who likes these things, and it's also an evolution of pushing boundaries, and like the thing in craft beer being going harder, faster, stronger, crazier, and that's always been the mantra. But sometimes that's not necessarily what's needed in my mind.
I agree.
But yeah, this is world class.
It is.
This is
definitely world class.
Fucking awesome. This is the best 8-bit beer I've had. I can understand why people are loving this online. So stoked you said this, Steve. Especially because it's so fresh and bright. And again, there's like, it strikes the balance between that really juicy beer, but also really hop focused, dank, hazy beer, which is awesome. Rating, I think a strong 95, maybe even a small 96, something like that.
And I'm going a bit up, 96, 97.
Yeah.
I think that's where it is on my scale.
It is fucking dope, man.
Yeah. Like, I think it's hard to put a finger on something you change.
Yeah, that's true. Like, everything is so well balanced.
Yeah, it is.
It's damn good. Damn good.
It's damn good beer.
Yes. So, if you guys were lucky enough to get a chance to try 8-Bit Brewing Midnight Specter, let us know what you thought of it. Hopefully, Bierjum will have this in their next shipment of California cans. That would be amazing. They still do once in a while these shipments from California. Now 8-Bit is part of that. Who knows if they're going to get something before or after Christmas. Even if this is like 6-7 weeks, it's probably still going to be dope because it's so hop saturated. But right now it's just fantastic. Well,
it is really good.
So yeah, if you guys had a chance to try this, let us know what you thought of it. Thanks a ton for this, Steve. This was amazing. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And we're going to say cheers before the battery runs out or whatever's going on in the camera. And see you guys in another beer review.